Greetings and welcome, everyone. Glad to be back from vacation with Lightning Bliss, Tarek Dragon, My Lady, and many others this past week, and really itching to get back into reviewing new episodes of MLP. And I was most pleased to see not only a new outing with the Cutie Mark Crusaders, but also a very intriguing dive into what a cutie mark means for the life of a young pony who is still struggling to find their purpose. It really feels like a natural progression for the CMC to follow, especially from earlier episodes like Bloom and Gloom, which only partially touched on these questions. And you know that's exactly what the writers had in mind when Apple Bloom is mentioning those same nightmares, even just in passing. While listening to Rumble's complaints about how a cutie mark limits what you can do in life, and even points out just how long it's been since Apple Bloom's been brewing potions with Sakura when it really was something she enjoyed doing, I couldn't help but feel the writers were really delving into a deep-seated issue that not only worries a lot of kids still in school these days, but even many adults who are terrified about being stuck in one job for the rest of their lives. I honestly wish MLP could have released an episode like this a lot sooner, because it's questions and lessons like these which really show how much more MLP has to offer than just to sell toys, as even today a few people like to claim it is. These child characters are approaching a very meaningful set of topics in a way that appeals to both children and adults while not talking down to anyone who wants to listen to them. We can understand Rumble's motivations and even his fears. There isn't a single point where his attempts at tripping up the CMC are out of a desire for malice. And there's even a couple of moments where the CMC are becoming so frustrated that they are responding with anger before attempting to understand where Rumble is coming from. It makes for both a fantastic setup and an engaging execution. Even the way everything is resolved at the end feels natural and believable. At first, one might think that Rumble has a very good point in not wanting to limit any pony from just one pursuit once they achieve their cutie mark. But we're also shown the dangers that come with that same mindset. Restricting yourself to only doing what you enjoy may seem like a wise plan at first, especially with how often we hear the phrase "follow your dreams" throughout our lives. But it can very easily keep you from being challenged. And you will very likely miss out on learning about any new talents you never knew you had. I myself never thought about becoming an accountant when growing up. The idea of crunching numbers and financial management just never really appealed to me back in the days of high school. But I am grateful when college came around, I was required to go through a number of different classes which didn't particularly interest me at first. That is, until I discovered completely out of nowhere just how good I was at managing money. And watching Marks and Recreation reminded me so much of that discovery from so long ago. There are many aspects about my career today which are tedious and not all that fun, to be honest. If I were to tell my younger self that this is the kind of thing I'd be doing later in life, I would have scoffed at the idea. But just as Thunder Lane and the Cutie Mark Crusaders point out, there will be opportunities to do what you love alongside a chosen career. And as I've stated on this channel several times before, if I had never taken those steps to become an accountant to begin with, if I had never developed that stability in pursuing a talent I never knew existed, I wouldn't have been able to have the free time I use nowadays for creating YouTube videos and exploring even further talents for counseling others in what they might need. Suffice to say, Marks and Recreation really hit home for me in a number of ways, while adding in one more nice tune to MLP's massive list of songs, and even a few entertaining facial expressions to keep the audience chuckling every now and then. But that core setup and resolution is really where the episode shines. And honestly, I hope more than a few fans take its lessons to heart. What say you? I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.